Holy Spirit and the saints. Saint Pope John the 23rd said that the saints are the masterpieces of the Holy Spirit. You really want to see the Holy Spirit working? Read the lives of the saints. Let me point out 3 examples here. Saint Joan of Arc, who was eventually burnt at the stake, who led the French army to conquer and defeat the English army. They wanted to accuse her of being a witch. So they brought her before an inquisition. They asked her a very, very tricky theological question. And it was this. They asked her, "Are you in the state of grace?" She said, "If I am, thanks be to God. If I'm not, may God place me there." What a brilliant theologically correct response she gave. Where did that come from? She had no formal studies. She had no degree in theology. But she had the best of teachers. And that was the Holy Spirit of God. Second example. St. Catherine of Siena with Teresa of Avila were the first two women doctors of the Church. Most of her life, St. Catherine of Siena never learned how to read and write. And she was one of the most brilliant, intelligent, dynamic, astute, spiritually astute women in the history of the world. She had power over priests and bishops. Even she brought the Pope back from Avignon to his proper place, which is Rome. Where did she get this dynamism, this intelligence, this spirit of initiative, this courage? It came from the best of teachers, the Holy Spirit. Finally, in 1917, Our Lady of Fatima appeared to 3 children, Jacinta, Francisco, and Lucia. She appeared 6 times. In August, the authorities arrested these 3 children and threatened to kill them, to torture them, to throw them in a cauldron of boiling oil. The 3 children had to renounce the fact that they had seen the Blessed Virgin Mary. Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta, neither of the 3 decided they would say that they didn't see Mary, because they did. And they were threatened of being burnt alive. How did these 3 simple shepherd children have the courage to be willing to be burnt to death in a hot cauldron of boiling oil? This could only come from the Holy Spirit of God. We see how the apostles were transformed into weak, cowardly men, into valiant soldiers who would all be martyred except St. John the Evangelist. Where does this come from? It comes from the power of the Holy Spirit. So let's get in the habit, my friends, to get to know the Holy Spirit, to invoke the Holy Spirit, to love the Holy Spirit, to have the Holy Spirit always at our side as our best friend. Come, Holy Spirit, come through the heart of Mary.